Welcome to Chosen Destiny, a world where hidden truths awaken your soul. There's a quiet whisper that's been following you for years, perhaps since childhood. It speaks not in words but in deep feelings. A sense of not belonging, of being different, of seeing what others don't. Maybe you've looked at the world and wondered why others can live blindly while you see through the lies. That whisper, that pull, is not your imagination. It's the first sign you're chosen. And chosen ones rarely have easy beginnings. You were never meant to fit in. You weren't created for comfort. You were created for purpose. Most of your life you've probably questioned your existence, felt lost, even betrayed by life itself. But let me tell you this. Those darkest nights, they were preparing you for the role only you can play. Chosen ones are not born into ease, they are forged in fire. Think about it. Why do you feel so deeply? Why can't you ignore injustice? Why does the suffering of others cut into your soul while others scroll past? This is not weakness. It's your sensitivity screaming your calling. You've been planted in a world of noise, yet your soul knows silence. You've been surrounded by masks, yet you long for truth. You're not crazy. You're awakening. So let me ask you, have you ever wondered if all your pain was for a reason? If your isolation, your rejections, your quiet nights crying were part of a greater design? I invite you to pause right now and comment below. What was the moment you felt you might be here for more? Let's build this together. And if you're feeling this message already, like this video, subscribe to Chosen Destiny and share it with someone who needs to remember who they are. The world was never kind to the chosen ones. It tried to label you, break you, silence you. You were told you were too emotional, too intense, too different. From classrooms to relationships, you felt like an outsider, like something was deeply wrong with you. But the truth is, the system is designed to crush light before it can shine, because your light exposes lies. Every time you questioned authority, every time you challenged a fake smile, every time you walked away from a crowd doing what didn't feel right, you were exercising your gift. And they noticed. The system, the people still asleep, they don't like mirrors. And that's what chosen ones are, walking, breathing mirrors that reflect truth in a world built on illusions. Have you ever noticed how the most broken people often become the most awakened? There's a reason for that. Pain cracks the ego, and from that crack, the light enters. Your deepest heartbreaks were not punishments, they were spiritual initiations. A brutal awakening from the dream. The loneliness you felt. It was the universe separating you for transformation, not abandonment, but refinement. Let me ask you this. What if the world's rejection was the universe's redirection? What if all those tears were cleansing you for clarity? Comment below. What pain made you stronger? Let's remind each other we were not broken, we were becoming. And if you feel these words in your bones, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to Chosen Destiny, and help awaken someone else by sharing. How many times have you shrugged off the synchronicities? The dreams, the repeating numbers, the gut feelings you ignored? The universe doesn't speak in words, it speaks in signs. And chosen ones, more than anyone, live in a world full of hidden messages. It's like the divine has been sending you breadcrumbs all along. You just didn't know how to read them. Maybe you saw 11:11 too often, or you walked into a room and felt the energy shift. Maybe you had dreams that came true, or experienced people revealing their true selves out of nowhere. These aren't coincidences, they are confirmations. Warnings, wakes from the spiritual realm reminding you you're on the path or you're drifting from it. Chosen ones often feel like they're being watched, not in a paranoid way, but like the universe has its eyes on them. That's because it does. Your ancestors, your guides, the higher consciousness, they've been waiting for you to wake up, to start noticing. Once you do, the signs become impossible to ignore. The right people show up, the wrong ones vanish, and life begins to feel orchestrated. So I ask you, chosen one, what signs have followed you all your life? Drop them in the comments. Your story could unlock someone else's awakening. And if you've ever felt guided by something bigger than yourself, then smash that like button, subscribe to Chosen Destiny, and stay tuned. Your soul is remembering. Why can't I just be like everyone else? That question has haunted chosen ones for years. Because normal felt safe. It looked peaceful. But your soul rejected it every single time. You tried to dim your light, shrink your truth, wear the mask, and it suffocated you. You weren't made to blend in. You were born to break the mold. Your difference was never a defect, it was a design. Look at every great soul who changed the world. Were they normal? Number. They were ridiculed, misunderstood, and cast out, yet they endured. Why? Because they were chosen, and just like them, you're not here to entertain society's expectations. You're here to awaken souls. You have gifts the world hasn't even seen yet. Your sensitivity is a compass. Your empathy is medicine. Your depth is rare in a world drowning in the shallow. Don't you dare apologize for it anymore. The very things they mocked in you were the traits this world desperately needs. You're not too much. You're exactly what you're supposed to be. So let me ask, what part of you did you try to hide to fit in? Comment below. Let's reclaim those sacred pieces together. And if you're ready to embrace who you truly are, like this video, subscribe to Chosen Destiny, and share this message with someone still doubting their worth. Chosen ones go through a phase of deep isolation. It feels like abandonment, like the universe is silent. Friends disappear. Loved ones become strangers. You question your worth. You question your mind. But this solitude, it isn't a punishment. It's a sacred separation, a divine cocoon where your transformation begins. Think about it. Have you ever grown when everything was easy? Number growth begins in discomfort, and solitude removes distractions so your soul can be heard. This is when your real self emerges. You begin shedding fake identities. You feel empty, not because you've lost yourself, but because you're making space to remember who you've always been. In this isolation, many chosen ones begin to hear the call. They start seeking truth. They read spiritual texts. They meditate. They cry. They heal. This is the rebirth stage. The caterpillar becomes the butterfly in the darkness, not the light. So if you're there right now, don't rush it. Your silence is sacred. Your stillness is spiritual. So tell me, have you experienced this spiritual isolation? What did it teach you? Comment below and let's hold space for each other. If you're walking through it now, let this be your sign. You're not alone. Like, subscribe to Chosen Destiny and send this message to someone silently struggling. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life where everything begins to change. You might not notice it at first. It might begin with a sudden loss, an emotional breakdown, a sleepless night filled with tears. But deep inside, something cracks open, and through that crack, light starts pouring in. It's the moment your soul says, "No more lies." You begin to feel disconnected from things that once excited you. You can no longer tolerate small talk, toxic people, or meaningless routines. Your soul begins to crave truth, depth, and purpose. You might even feel like you're going crazy, but you're not. You're awakening. You're remembering. This is the unraveling of the false self, and it's messy, but it's sacred. During this awakening, emotions come in waves. You'll cry without knowing why. You'll feel both deep pain and divine peace. The illusions begin to fall away. The media lies, the societal conditioning, the fake personas. It's like waking up in a dream and realizing nothing was what it seemed. But now everything begins to make sense. All the pain, all the signs were leading here. Have you had this awakening moment? When did your world start shifting? Share your experience in the comments. You might help someone realize they're not losing their mind. They're finding their soul. And if you've felt this truth, like the video, subscribe to Chosen Destiny, and send it to someone you know is awakening. You might ask yourself, why did I go through so much pain, abuse, rejection, loss, depression? It didn't feel fair, but what if I told you every struggle was a sacred assignment? that your scars are spiritual credentials, because chosen ones are prepared through pain, not pampering. Your wounds taught you wisdom. Your heartbreaks taught you empathy. Your betrayals sharpened your discernment. No experience was wasted. You had to walk through the dark to guide others to the light. How could you recognize pain in others if you never felt it yourself? Your purpose is tied to your past. It was not random, it was preparation. This doesn't mean you deserved the pain. It means your soul agreed to grow through it. You carry a frequency now that others can feel. When you speak, broken people listen. When you walk into a room, energy shifts. You are a healer, a teacher, a guide, and everything you went through built that in you. So let me ask, which struggle gave you your deepest strength? Share your story. Your voice might be the medicine someone needs. And if you're ready to stop hiding and start healing others, hit like, subscribe to Chosen Destiny, and share this with someone who needs to hear that their pain had a purpose. There's a reason darkness fought you so hard, why temptation surrounded you, why you kept falling into traps. Chosen ones are always under attack because they're dangerous to the system. The enemy doesn't waste energy on those who pose no threat. But you've been a threat since birth. Spiritual warfare is real. The battles you faced in the unseen, those sudden waves of anxiety, depression, self-doubt, they weren't random. They were tactics to keep you distracted, addicted, asleep. Because if you ever truly woke up, you'd be unstoppable. And now that you are awakening, the battle intensifies, but so does your power. You have angels protecting you. You have ancestors rooting for you. You're not fighting alone. Every battle you've faced has strengthened your spiritual armor. You now carry a light that repels darkness, a voice that breaks chains. But you must stay grounded, stay aligned, and never forget you were built for this. So I ask you, what spiritual attacks have you overcome? How did you fight back? Let's expose the tactics so others can be prepared. Comment below. And if you feel the power of your awakening, like, subscribe to Chosen Destiny, and help others recognize the battle behind their pain. It's time. No more hiding, no more shrinking. You are chosen, and the world needs you awake, alive, and aligned. Your voice matters. Your light matters. Your mission is waiting. The days of doubt are done. It's time to reclaim your power and walk in your purpose. No more playing small. Start creating, start leading, start healing. Whatever you've been holding back, now is the time to release it. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on authenticity. The world doesn't need more polished personas. It needs real souls speaking truth. Your presence is the revolution, and your purpose, it's already within you. Take time to align with your soul. Meditate. Speak affirmations. Surround yourself with others on the path. Cut off the noise that dims your light. You've waited long enough. Your destiny is not in some far-off future. It begins the moment you say yes to your truth. And I believe that moment is now. So tell me, what's the one gift or truth you've been afraid to share? Write it below. Declare it. The universe responds when you act. And if this message stirs something in you, like this video, subscribe to Chosen Destiny and share this with someone who needs permission to rise. Dear soul, if you've made it this far into the message, know this: your spirit is awake. You were never meant to fit in because you were born to stand out. You were never ordinary because you carry the extraordinary within you. The signs, the struggles, the sleepless nights, they were all whispering one truth: you are chosen. This life isn't just about survival. It's about transformation. It's about breaking every chain that tried to silence your soul. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. It's about lighting the path for others still lost in the dark. So I leave you with this: don't go back to sleep. Don't ignore the fire inside you. The world needs your light. It needs your story. It needs your heart. You were chosen for such a time as this. So rise, walk boldly, and never apologize for your truth. If this message resonated with your soul, like the video, subscribe to Chosen Destiny, and comment below what being chosen means to you. Let's build a family of awakened souls together.